Film cameras are making a comeback, and it's not just for the pros. Many amateurs are discovering the satisfaction of analog photography. It tracks perfectly with classic living for guys that I talk a lot about on here. So in this video, I'll show you a 1980s vintage film camera I have my hands on. I'll also show you 3 new film cameras worth the money, including a really affordable one if you want to give this a try. And if you want a vintage camera from an online auction site or a charity thrift shop, I'll tell you some important items to look for. Hello everyone, I'm Scott, and here on Landed Style, I explore timeless living, classic men's style, and the traditions of quiet luxury from my real-life experiences with new videos each week. Hit subscribe if that sounds like your kind of a world. And now let me show you something that's very, very special to me. This was my father's camera. He's gone now, but this was his camera. It is an Olympus OMG, and it is vintage 1980s. We had saved it in his camera bag, and then when analog started getting popular again, I decided to get it out and give it a try. But beyond vintage, modern film cameras are catching attention again. So I've put together a list of 3 popular film cameras that are new, and they're available at different price points. For high-end best film camera, I would say the Leica M6 has to be it, with a price range that's up there, approximately $3,500 to $4,500 US dollars, $2,800 to $3,600 British pounds. For ease and flexibility, they're simple, fully manual, you control everything, and that's why these are for pros. For a mid-price workhorse, it would have to be a Pentax 17 film camera that was just released in 2024. The price range is about $500 to $600 US dollars, about $400 to $480 in the UK. Ease and flexibility, they offer compact half-frame design, they're lightweight and easy to carry anywhere. Why they're so popular: a brand new film camera that feels modern but keeps the charm of analog shooting. How can you go wrong? And now for an affordable, really popular, easy-to-use camera, the Kodak Ektar H35, with a price range of approximately, listen to this, 45 to 65 bucks in the US, 35 to 50 quid in the UK. The ease and flexibility here is the way it takes pictures, can use less film, but more importantly, why it's so popular. Super lightweight, awesome vintage-looking fun, and super budget-friendly. Let's talk about auction or thrift charity shops if that's where you want to shop for a camera. Look for overall functionality and condition. Of course you would with anything in a used condition, but check the camera body, including the shutter speed. That's the click bit inside that lets you take the picture. Check its light accuracy and the lens condition. Look for ease of use. Do the dials and focus rings work smoothly or click where they should? And does everything advance and move like it's supposed to? Condition transparency is important to me, and that is why online shopping may actually be the safer option if you're looking for a vintage camera. You can look for sellers who provide test shots or clear inspection photos. In secondhand stores, on the other hand, I would say ask if they take returns. A few vintage suggestions would be a Pentax K1000. These are simple, rugged, and fully manual, so it's really easy to use. A Minolta X-700 offers some helpful auto modes alongside manual controls. And I had to put an Olympus on this list because, again, my dad's camera is an Olympus, but I would say an OM-1 looks to be a great compact and refined camera with great lenses. I will have to say using a film camera feels so much more special than doing this: aiming your phone and hitting a screen. Young people today, especially those exploring simpler analog lifestyles, are genuinely falling in love with film photography. I am. It's tactile, it's intentional, and it carries a sense of nostalgia that so many of us have been missing. If you're using a film camera, tell us which one you have in the comments, and thanks for being here.